Yo, it's Trent. Hope everyone's having a good day, good week so far. As you can see, we're outside the crib, finally. Hopefully you can hear me pretty good. We got why you shouldn't eat at Wendy's past midnight story time. And you may be thinking, who's going to Wendy's past midnight? I did, dude. I was hungry, okay? You're gonna hear about this bullshit, but hold on, we gotta back it up a little bit. So the day started early, right? I woke up, it was like 9 a.m. I had a horrible dream, dude. I had a dream that someone gashed my arm open. That's terrible, okay? And I felt it. I felt every second of it. And then I woke up and it was fine. So then I get in the shower. It is what it is, right? Okay. So the plan was we're going up to Lake Geneva. That's where we're at now, right? So I get with my friend and we have two other friends meeting us at like, I don't know, 10 p.m., 11 p.m. So me and my friend, we go up there at like, I don't know, 6 p.m., right? And we're thinking Memorial Day weekend, Lake Geneva, it'll be popping, dude. It'll be popping, right? So we decide, let's go down by the bars, right? Because that's a pretty good idea. It was sunny all day. It was like 60 degrees. It was sunny Memorial Day weekend. It should be popping, right? Not at all. We get down there, there's no one down there, dude. We parked at the skate park, free parking. If you ever go to Lake Geneva, remember that. There's free parking at the skate park. So we go there, right? And those are the coolest people we met at the skate park. Just a bunch of stoners that let us hit their pen. And this one girl had this thing, dude. She had a teddy bear that had a pen sticking out of it. That was pretty cool, right? But to be honest with you, it didn't taste that good. It tasted fake. They had these muhas that were like square. I ain't hitting no square muhas, okay? So anyways, we hit that, get a little bit stoned, and we start walking around the bars again, right? And there's like 10 bars in Lake Geneva downtown, right? Only one of them was popping. I looked in the window, cute girl, cute girl, cute girl. I was like, ooh, ooh, but you know how it goes. I got nervous once I saw him. I was like, what am I even gonna say to him? Plus they're in a group of like 8 of them, dude. What are you supposed to say? You look like a waiter walking up to them all sitting at the table. It's like, hey, can I get one of your numbers? Like one of 8? You know, there's nothing good to say to a group. So ignored that, right? And I'm sitting there with my friend and he goes, you know what? I think I want to go home, which is fine. You know, we were planning to stay up there, but it is what it is. So he goes home and I'm sitting at the condo alone. I was sitting here alone, right? Smoking, getting high, being a little sad boy. It is what it is. Listening to my Juice WRLD, right? Well, finally, my other friends are like, yo, we're here, we're showing up. They come in, we smoke. It's a good time, right? We smoked like 2-3 blunts right away to the face. Beautiful. That's all I needed. That was my revival. I was sad. I was happy now, right? Gotta smoke the blunts. Blunts bring happiness. You don't need a girl, you need a blunt, okay? So, smoke the blunts, we're happy, right? But what happens when you smoke? You get the damn munchies, right? Well, the one thing about the condo, and I've talked about it before, you don't eat the food up here, dude. You don't do it because, you know, people come up here, like we come up here a lot, but the rest of the family members come up here like once every 3-4 months, right? So if you're gonna eat up here, you have to go out to eat because the food in here is gonna be from like a year ago or 2 years ago. So it's like, fuck, right? So we're sitting there and they got up here late. So it's like 1 o'clock, right? It's like almost 1 a.m. And we're like, we need food, okay? Or I need food. Well, what's the options? There's Taco Bell and there's McDonald's. But look, there's a Wendy's that closes at what time? 1 a.m., right? Little weird. I've never seen that, but I'll take it, right? I'll take Wendy's. Now, it's not a convenient drive. It's not like it's right down the street. 12 minutes away. That's a 12-minute drive, okay, while you're stony baloney. So I'm sitting there. I'm high. 12 minutes, right? And they close in 20 minutes. That's 8 minutes to spare. They should be fucking open, right? Right? Okay. So we start driving, and it's Memorial Day weekend, and I'm stoned, so of course I'm driving the speed limit, right? Maybe if I drove like a normal fucking person, we'd get there on time, right? So we get there, and it's 12:52, right? And we're sitting there. It took a minute to get in the drive-thru. Let's say we get in the drive-thru at 12:54, about 6 minutes till close, okay? Well, you get up to the speaker, and what does the speaker say? It's like, excuse me, we are closed. Sorry, but we're closed. I'm like, that's bullshit, right? So I tell him through the speaker, I'm like, you're not closed, you're lying. That's not true, that's not okay, right? As we're pulling away, I hear an angelic voice come through the radio, right? Or not the radio, the speaker, and it's like, we're still open, we're still open. If you're gonna say we're still open, what does that mean? You're still open. So I put my hand up so the drive-thru guy can see me, right? And I pull up to the window, and I sped up to that window. I had my hand up like I was in class answering a question, dude. He had to see me. Okay, we pull up to the window. He opens it, right? And he looks He looks how you probably expect him to look in your brain. Just think about, you got it, okay? So I go, yo, you guys are still open? He's like, technically, we're open for 6 minutes, but, you know, we'd have to fire up the grills, right? And I go, well, can I order? And he goes, what do you want? Well, that's not a great start, right? What do you want? Because we only have certain things. I'm like, fuck, dude, okay. So I look at him and I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm like, what if I order something? He's like, well, it's going to be a wait for whatever, dude. He did not want me to order food. Out of anything that could have happened that day, he did not want me to order food. That was like his main thing on his mind. I looked at him. He had sadness in his eyes. I was thinking about a fucking Dave's double meal, dude. That's like, you got to make everything for that. You got to make the fries, the burger. And he just looked at me with sadness, and I knew there was no chance I was getting Wendy's, dude. And the astonishing thing about it is, every job I've ever worked, right? Let's say Jimmy John's closes at fucking 10 p.m., right? Guess what time I get home? 11, right? Because you close after you close. It takes a process. It sucks. No one wants to be the closer. You know why? Because you have to close after work, once work is over. That's why it sucks, right? Well, not fucking here. Not this dude. Because he was like, oh, technically we're open, but fuck you, we're not open, right? Messed up, if you asked me. Absolutely messed up, okay? So, instead of Wendy's, I pull up to McDonald's, okay? We get in line at McDonald's, and of course, there's everybody and their mothers at McDonald's, because they knew Wendy's was closed. Not me, apparently. And we're sitting there, and it's all cool, get my McDonald's. Then we pull up to a Quick Trip, right? All good. My friends go inside, they want to get chicken or some shit, or nachos, I don't know. Good for them, that's cool. I'm sitting there, right? Dude, I should have gone in. There was like 4 absolutely 10s that came out of that store, dude. They just kept walking out. Blonde girl, brown-haired girl, blonde girl, dude. I was sitting there like, damn, I should have gone in, right? Now, here's the crazy thing, all right? We get finished with that. We come back home, okay? And you know what? Nothing even eventful happened much last night. I stayed up till like 5 a.m. watching Black Mass. Good movie. You should go watch that. Johnny Depp. Absolute stone-faced killer in that. Anyways, this morning, dude, we're hanging out. Right? And we decide, because right behind me, there's a pool, right? There's a swimming pool. So we decide, you know what? We're going to go swimming. Well, I'm not going to swim. I'm not the type to go swimming like that. But my friends want to swim. And I'm like, all right, I'll sit down there with them, okay? And this condo is my grandpa's. It's under his name, right? It's not under my name. Look at me. I'm young. I can't afford this, right? So when we come here, dude, there's a bunch of neighbors just staring at us when we get to the pool, right? We walk down to the pool. We're like, hey, we're here to go swimming. And you know what they say, dude? They're like, are you from around here? Do you live here? You know, are you at one of the condos? Because the pool is for the condo people only, dude. And I told them, I was like, I've been coming here since I was a kid. You guys never recognized me, dude. And they really will question you. They'll be like, who did you come here with? Who do you live with? You know, they really question you. I was like, I'm from here, dude. Chill. My grandpa not owns, but, you know, rents out the space. Like, we're good, dude. But I don't know if it's how I look. I don't know if it's because I look young, if I look sketchy, but every time we come here, they always are saying something. They're like, you can't be here, or they don't say you can't be here, but they always ask questions. They're like, oh, you know, who's the adult that took you here? Like, we're not adults, you know. It's always annoying and confusing, okay? But yeah, that was pretty much it. It was an eventful night last night, dude, but that broke my heart because, listen, when I lived in Florida, dude, there was limited food options after 12 a.m. The only food option after 12 in Florida was McDonald's, okay? And because we lived by Disney, everybody at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. was at McDonald's, and they sat there, and it was like a 2-hour line every night. It absolutely sucked, and it was terrible, right? But around here, apparently, they say they're open when they're not open, which is messed up, because I would never do that to someone. Especially, who do you think's going to Wendy's at 1 a.m.? Stoners, right? So you're telling me that, you know, you're going to get these guys excited. You look at the map, it said, and it's not like it said, oh, Memorial Day hours may be affected. No. They closed at 1 a.m. We got there at 12:56, 12:52, 12:54, whatever, and they broke my heart, dude. They broke my heart. That's messed up, but you know what? It's a nice day. We're at the lake. I'm going to cheer up a little bit. But fuck, dude. Just listen to me. Never go to Wendy's after 12. Even if it says they're open till 1. Even if it says they're open till 2. Don't go. Boycott them. Because that's messed up. That's just messed up. I was expecting a Dave's double. And instead, I had to eat 2 McDoubles, which is fine. It's fine, but when your palate expects Wendy's and you get McDonald's, that's messed up. But all right. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to sub, share, like, comment. You sub, I appreciate you. Just sub. That's the one I care about. And if you're going through something, you need someone to talk to, my Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that shit. I'm not saying X, Twitter. All that shit's linked. Just go there, DM me. I'll get back to you in a day or two. Thanks for watching. Be safe. Peace out.